sit with mommy while she does her makeup? Okay, let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Tricia, and today I am tired, but I am recording this video for you guys. I'm going to be doing the highly requested makeup tutorial. Now, today's tutorial that I'm going to be giving you guys, I feel like I'm not gonna really do a tutorial. I'm gonna do more of like a routine type of thing. So I'm pretty much going to be giving you guys my summer glow makeup go-to routine. Usually this will take me like 15 minutes or so, but today it might take me a little bit longer because I'm going to be recording and showing you guys all the products that I actually use and not doing it as quickly as I normally would if I was rushing to get ready. I already prepped my face with the exact same skincare routine that I did post on my channel, so if you want to know what I did, make sure you guys go check out that video. Today, my under eyes are super dark. They're never usually like this, but I think it's because I didn't get much sleep last night, so we're gonna have to go with that today. And yeah, so let me get water because I need something to drink. You're right, I do want a vanity. If you guys just heard my boyfriend in the back, he's saying that I do want a vanity, and that is the truth. Babe, you want to get me one? No. Guys, right now I'm actually sitting at my desk, my schoolwork desk that I used to use when I was in college. I'm sitting on here, I have my makeup all in front of me. I do have this little mirror. I'll show you guys like a little clip of it. Sometimes I do my makeup in the bathroom. I kind of just like put all of my makeup in this thing. I have a bunch more makeup than this, but it's like underneath our bathroom sink right now because that's kind of the stuff that like I just grab if I need it. This is more of just like my everyday full face essential stuff that I'm going to be doing today. Yes, I'm going to be wearing foundation, but it's not going to be too heavy. I typically like to apply it a little bit lighter, especially because in the summertime, and especially because now with our masks on, if Cam and I are going out to vlog or something and I have to wear the mask, and then when we come home we're still recording, I always get creased right here. So I guess this is kind of like a go out mask makeup tutorial. I don't even know if that's a thing. But anyways, let's just go because otherwise I'm gonna get lazy and then I'm not gonna do my makeup today. So I typically start off with the NYX, what is this called? Bear With Me. I don't know. It's just like almost like a primer spray. So I spray this all over my face, and then I kind of just like wave it to dry. Now the products that I use, I don't really know the names of or like where I got them from, so I'll kind of just link it down below. Most of the stuff you can get from Sephora or Ulta. Yeah, some of the stuff that I also got in like boxes such as like BoxyCharm. I used to get BoxyCharm and FabFitFun boxes, and I think Ipsy too. Yeah, I used to get Ipsy. Becca Backlight Priming Filter, right? Yeah. And I typically just put this. Now, in the winter time, I don't use this because in the winter, I like more of a matte, full coverage type of look. I'm between two shades right now of my foundation. Now, I actually got this foundation recommended from this girl that I watch. Her name is Leah Halton. She has a great YouTube channel. I love watching her videos, but pretty much what I do is I mix my lighter shade. Now, this is my like winter color, and this is my self-tanned color. So right now I'm not self-tanned, but I do have a little bit of a darker tone right now. So I'm going to be mixing these two foundations. This foundation is literally amazing. You can build it up, it won't get cakey. You can do a little bit and it still gives you enough coverage that I'll be covering, you know, my blemishes and all that kind of stuff. So this is the Sheer Glow by NARS. So typically what I'll do is I have this little like palette thingy, and then I'll take the brush, or not a brush, whatever this thing is, like spatula, whatever. I'll do a little bit on here, a tiny drop of the darker one, mix that together. And then I take this and just put it all over my face. I do less on my nose and over here because this is where I tend to get cakey. And like I said in my skincare routine video, I do get pretty oily throughout the day in my T-zone. Now I'm gonna take my Sephora brush. Am I able to speak? I actually just got this brush from Sephora not too long ago. Now guys, I want you to comment down below. I feel like every time I go into Sephora, I didn't mean to go to Sephora. I literally went to go to a Victoria's Secret that ended up being closed. So I was like, oh, there's a Sephora. I spent $300. How does that happen? I got like 4 things and I spent $300. I don't understand how, why. I didn't even need anything. And like I said, like very lightly with the product over here and on my nose, because I don't want too much coverage, because that's where it'll get cakier. And then just blend it, make sure you go into the hairline. Now I'm hoping that when I get my vanity, like my background will look a little nicer and I'll be able to actually give you guys like a nice sit down makeup video. Right now I have like my boyfriend's gaming chair in the back, but we're just gonna ignore that. Next, for my concealer, I use a mixture of the Radiant Creamy Concealer. What is wrong with me today? The Radiant Creamy Concealer from NARS, and this is my darker shade for if I am self-tanned. So I use this. And then right now I'm almost out of this, but I'm just like kind of putting off buying more. This is the Instant Age Rewind in Fair. This is my winter shade. So right now my skin tone is kind of mixing together my winter and my like spray tanned or like self-tanned shades. So I take this and I just put it underneath my eyes and everywhere else that I was trying to highlight before. And then I just got this new beauty sponge. It's the Jeffree Star Morphe one. And I just blend this out. Honestly, when I first started, so if you're like an OG supporter of Cam and I and like my personal channel journey, this is not the first makeup tutorial that I'm doing. I used to actually have an old channel that I did like makeup tutorials on all the time, but it was just not right timing. So this is like the first time that I'm actually doing a makeup routine type of thing recently. So you guys actually haven't seen this routine yet. And I feel like this is like, I don't know, this is not the quality and like the standard that I had for my first, you know, makeup video, because I do want to get my vanity and stuff like that. But you guys have been asking me so much, my tutorial and like my routine and for the summer and stuff like that. So I figured I'd just get it out for you guys, but eventually I promise it'll be a little more professional, a little more aesthetically pleasing and better, I don't know. So now I have the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I take this on a small brush by Morphe, and then I focus this underneath my eyes, kind of blot that. And then I also do it on my nose and over here. To wipe away the excess powder, I take this like really old Real Techniques brush that I have and just kind of blend that all in. Now right now it looks like I have more of a matte look, but I kind of prefer this right now, and then I'll kind of make it more glowy during the end of my makeup routine. And then from here, I just go in with my Hoola bronzer. I am looking for a new bronzer. If you guys have any suggestions, comment down below. But this is the one I've been using, not this exact one, but like this Hoola bronzer I've been using for, I feel like years. Like I don't even remember what bronzer I used before this. So I just take it very, almost like messily. I kind of just like put it under my cheekbone on a fan brush. Now, like I'm not a professional, honestly. I change up my makeup routine pretty often just because I like to switch things up, get different coverages, get different looks and all that kind of stuff. So this is probably just gonna be my routine for as of right now until I find a new product that I like or something like that. What works for me might not work for you, vice versa. If you guys have any tips, I'm open to suggestions in the comment section. I have this Pacifica blush that actually, funny story, when I was doing my makeup in the bathroom, babe, do you wanna say what happened? No. Okay. Cameron decided to come in there and I don't know what happened. It all went so fast, but my blush ended up on the floor and I had a panic attack. I started crying. Don't blame me. It was your fault. What? It was your fault. No, it was your fault. But anyway, so, I mean, that could all be avoided if I did have a vanity, so now I have this. Let me tell you something about this. This Ofra highlighter has been, I've repurchased this, I think this is my 4th one. I am obsessed with this highlighter. When I'm fair, when I'm tan, when I don't want to wear makeup. If I don't want makeup, I'll literally just do the primer that I showed you guys, a little bit of this, my brows and concealer, and I'm done. Like, it is beautiful. You can make it super light, or you can go in a little heavier with it. I don't know if you guys can see like what it's looking like. And I've tried a lot of highlighters. I've had multiple different palettes and all that kind of stuff. I have so much makeup, but I stay toward like just these certain products. I don't know, they're just my go-to, my ride or dies. I just easily grab toward them. So right now I'm taking like a smaller brush, going on my nose, up my nose, and kind of just like blending it out. And then I go on my Cupid's bow. And then I do a little bit on my inner corner. I don't do too much yet because I'll do that when I'm doing my eyeshadow. Now from here, we will do eyeshadow. Now eyeshadow, it used to be my favorite thing to do. Now I kind of like dread it. I want to get back into playing with makeup. Right now I kind of just do it to do it. I want to get back into like playing with it, but this, I'm sure it's probably expired, so don't judge me, but this is my favorite eyeshadow palette. I have the rose gold edition, I have the gold edition. This was actually my first eyeshadow palette ever, so it has to be like 5 years old, maybe 5 or 6 years old. It is pretty old and I absolutely love it. You can probably see the colors that I use the most of. That one broke, don't come at me. I take these two shades and I kind of just take a Morphe brush and I blend it into my crease. Now, like I said, this isn't a crazy makeup look. This is just kind of something to put on and just so, you know, you could say that you were productive today and did some makeup. And then I do the same on the other eye. And then I take a little bit of the darker shade, put that on the outer corner. And then that's pretty much it for the darker portion of it. So then I take like kind of a flatter brush and then I go in with the gold shade, like the pure gold. Put that like not on the edge, but just like right there. I don't know what you'd call that area. Put it right there. And then I grab this one. Like I said, this is like super unprofessional, very casual with you guys. I don't see myself doing any of those like super like professionally edited, amazing eyeshadow tutorials. I don't want to do that right now, at least. I'm not in the mood. So then I take this like yellowy shade and then put that toward my inner corner. And then something weird that I've been recently doing, but I actually really like it in photos, is so I'll put it on my inner corner, kind of bring it down a tiny bit, and then pull it up over like half my lid. It kind of gives the illusion that I did like a little bit of a cut crease, but I didn't at all. And then I take a smaller brush. Morphe is my favorite brush brand for eyeshadow brushes. And then I'll kind of take a mixture of like the second darkest one with the darkest one and focus that on the middle of my under eye and pull it out. And just keep it like super tight with the lower eyelashes. Feels so weird like doing my makeup not listening to a podcast. I recently started podcast, guys, and I'm very excited to say that I am a huge fan of this one podcast, Call Her Daddy. I have been binging it. Now, I haven't told Cameron that I've been listening to podcasts because the podcast that I listen to, it's a girl's podcast. Like, it's all about girly things. It's not really something that I would even want Cam to listen to because it's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it'd be a little, I'm kind of like blushing a little bit. It's a little too much for Cameron to listen to. So I typically, when I'm doing my makeup, I like do it pretty quickly, but I'm listening to a podcast, which kind of like relaxes me. I have my AirPods in listening to it, so it kind of feels weird not doing that today. But now I take my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. Now this pomade, we've gone through a lot together. This pomade, it dried out. I microwaved it with some coconut oil, and that was a whole process. Then I had to put it in the freezer. It got too melty. It's just a whole thing. So right now it's a little bit, I don't know, this consistency. It's kind of melted a little bit. But the reason I did that was because it dried out on me so quickly, and I'm not sure why. If you guys have any recommendations for other pomades or other brow products, please let me know. But pretty much for my brows, I dip into a tiny bit of that, pull it in the front, and then bring it over the top of my arch and kind of just like messily fill that in. And I'll dip back in like the tiniest bit and pull it up in the front. Kind of pull all that extra product up and then just blend it. e.l.f. brow product, and kind of do the same thing. Outline the bottom, outline the top, kind of just go through and fill it in a tiny bit more. And then I take the lighter concealer that I had earlier on a flat brush, just carve out the front and pull it over. I don't really do like a crazy carve out type of situation when I'm trying to just do this easy makeup look. And like, honestly, this makeup look I could do like, if I really wanted to, in like 7 minutes, if I really tried to. And then I take this e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. I typically just use it for my brows, and I very lightly go over them just so they're nice and set in place. Now I take my Morphe setting spray. Let it air dry for a second. And then I take the beauty sponge that I had before on the opposite side. So this is the side I blended it with. I'm gonna take it on the clean side and just kind of pat everything in. And this is the part where like you get that like glow. I'm telling you, this highlight, if you can pull anything from this video that you want to buy, because I do the same thing when I watch a makeup tutorial or routine or something, I'm always like, okay, what's the one thing that they have that I want to buy? Get that highlight. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Okay, now that I'm all set, I'll take that fluffy brush from before that had like the translucent powder on it and go on the sides of my nose and over here. Kind of set that a tiny bit more. Mascara, I use the Roller Lash by Benefit. I would curl my lashes, but I've been realizing lately that if I curl my lashes, they like fall throughout the day. I don't know how to really describe that. They kind of just get like flatter. So I've just not been curling my lashes and they've been sticking up perfectly fine. I'm thinking about getting lash extensions again, but I know they're not good, but I really want long lashes again. Now that we're done with that, time for lips. I take a Q-tip, kind of just wet it a little bit, and take all this off my lips. This is the lip liner that I'll be using today. It's the Nude 0.5 by KKW. I don't overline my lips because my lips don't need it. I just kind of go over the top and the bottom. Now, I would just fill in my lips completely, but I'm not really looking for that kind of look today. Oh my god. So I'm gonna take this Jeffree Star Morphe collab gloss and just kind of put that in the center. And that is it. So this is the final look that we're working with. It's kind of just very glowy, natural, but still like I have something on. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe because I am trying to hit 5K by the end of the summer and I hope you guys can help me get there. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn on your post notifications. I post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I did miss out last Thursday, but there was some stuff going on. So make sure you guys subscribe so you get notified every time I drop a video. I also post videos every single day with my boyfriend on our couples page. So make sure you guys go check it out. All the items that I used today will be linked in the description and I'll see you guys on Thursday.
You're done?
Hmm?
You're done?
Mm-hmm.
My baby's hair.
What is that?
It's Coco's hair after brushing. Super fluffy.
Look at my fluffy girl.
You feel how fluffy she is?
She is so fluffy. What's my makeup?
Maybe stop. Like that.
Yeah.
Bye bye. There's this one on my Xbox.